The BIIA is a completely separate agency from L&I and will act independently based only on evidence provided in the appeal. Here is a sequence of the initial stages of the appeal. The BIIA receives the appeal, gives it a docket number, sends a copy of the appeal to L&I, giving them the opportunity to reconsider the decision on appeal. If they choose not to reconsider the case, the appeal may then be granted. When the case has been returned by L&I, the BIIA will have the authority to hear the case and can begin the appeal. There can be up to 4 stages in the appeal process. The appeal will only progress to the next stage if there's continued dissatisfaction with decisions made. The 4 stages include the mediation settlement conference, the hearing, the petition for review, and the Superior Court appeal. Before going into detail on each stage, here's some basic information that applies to all the stages of the appeal process. First, if you require interpreters or need assistance, please send a written request to the BIIA. The BIIA will then have this information on file and will provide interpreters or assistance at each event as needed. Next, be sure to send in necessary forms and information according to timelines set by the BIIA. Bring a calendar or monthly planner with you to all conferences and hearings to schedule future events or make notes of important deadlines. Finally, when you appear before the BIIA, you may represent yourself, or you may bring someone with you to give you advice and support. At your request, this person will receive notices of all proceedings. You may also choose to be represented by a layperson, a non-attorney, or choose to be represented by an attorney. Please consider that L&I will always be represented by an attorney. In the first stage of the appeal, the mediation conference, you won't need an attorney. But if the appeal goes beyond the mediation conference to a hearing, it's highly recommended that you hire an attorney.
And part of those medical records was, did you review the IME report from Dr. Young?
Yes, I did.
And what were Dr. Young's conclusions?
Objection. Hearsay, no foundation.
Sustained. Counsel, lay the foundation, please.
The judicial process and knowledge of legal terms, proceedings, and previous court judgments are well beyond the scope of most people. Arguing your case under these conditions without an attorney puts you at a great disadvantage to achieving a result in your favor. If you choose to have an attorney, the BIIA will not provide one for you. You can find a listing of attorneys specializing in workers' compensation in the Yellow Pages. Attorneys will often work on a contingency fee basis, meaning they will be paid a percentage of any back benefits awarded.